As promised, I am back on West Franklin Street with our film critic, Jim Hunter, who was nice enough to come down here today in a suit. I said he's the only man down here wearing a regular necktie.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Maybe overdressed for the occasion,
That's okay.
But it's good to be here anyway, right?
It's good to have you here. And, you know, this is that time of year that we start seeing previews for Christmas movies, winter movies, some of the... Are these the blockbusters, Jim, or no?
Well, there are a couple... It's a nice mix, right? Because winter season always has the award season movies as well as a couple of big blockbusters.
True.
So we'll start with probably what's going to be one of the biggest blockbusters of the winter, and that's Wakanda Forever.
I love it. I've seen the previews, and all the actresses, of course, have been interviewed many times. So how do you feel about it?
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. We'll certainly see how the MCU deals with the tragic loss of Chadwick Boseman. There's also an introduction to Namor, which is one of the big characters in the MCU, probably the biggest character in Marvel Comics that hasn't been introduced in the movies yet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Namor is a brand new future for the MCU, and Wakanda Forever is where he gets introduced.
And who is the actor?
I'm not familiar with the actor or the actor's work, and so it's sort of a newcomer to the MCU.
What a great break-in role for him, though, my goodness.
Right, yeah.
So what else are you excited about?
Well,
or interested in?
We've got Steven Spielberg's coming out with a movie. It's called The Fabelmans, and this is the most autobiographical film that Spielberg has done to date. It's about a young family sort of getting involved with film. I'm trying to hide as much as possible from this movie so that I can see it fresh when
without trailers and things. Okay.
Exactly. But Steven Spielberg's film, an early awards contender. We're getting some really good reviews out of it from the Toronto International Film Festival, which took place in September. The Fabelmans will be out on 11/18, 1 week after Wakanda Forever.
Now, I'm excited for this two. I'm looking forward to. All right.
And Avatar 2 is going to be out on 12/16. It's called Avatar: The Way of Water. We'll see whether or not Jim Cameron is able to bring all of the spectacle that he brought with the original Avatar in 2009. Original Avatar has had a recent re-release, building up buzz for Avatar 2 coming out in December. It will certainly be the most visually spectacular film of this season.
Same cast?
Yes, same cast.
Okay. All right.
We also have another comic book film, Black Adam. Till, She Said, and The Whale are also award circuit films that will be out later on this winter as well.
You know, there are a lot. That's a lot of material coming our way in the box office. So do you try to not view as many trailers? I mean, how do you do this when you've got this much on your plate?
As much as possible, I want to go into a film fresh. I want to give it as few expectations as possible and just let the film unfold before me. That really worked for me when I went to see Barbarian, a horror movie that came in a couple of weeks ago that I absolutely loved because I knew very little about it.
That's an interesting philosophy. Thank you for sharing your philosophy.
My pleasure. It's
Mr.
great
Jim
to be
Hunter,
here,
thank you for being here, too.
My pleasure.
We will be back. Jeff Head is standing right over there, and we're going to talk about gutters, I think. Gutters? Yeah, gutters, right after this.